Viewers, I'm Sadia Khan and you're watching YouTube channel Learn with Sadia. My topic for this video is the Reformation from English literature. So first we will try to understand the literal meaning of the term Reformation. See, Reformation, already something is formed. We are trying to include some changes in it. As per the definition, we can see to reform something is to change it in order to make it better. We are trying to change it. Why are we trying to change it? To improvise it. So this is reformation. So why are we reading this reformation in English literature is, see here we will go point wise. Reformation is a period during the Renaissance that refers to changes in the Catholic Church. See, Catholic Church, they were following certain principles, certain rules, but nobody knew whether those things were written in the Bible or not. So, but later on, after some time, with the invention of printing press by Johannes Gutenberg, people started reading Bible. Now they were trying to understand whether the Catholic Church is following the principles appropriately or not. Some were opposing and some were okay with their rule. Okay, let's read it. Reformation is a period during the Renaissance that refers to changes in Catholic Church. Thanks to the invention of printing press by Johannes Gutenberg, people were able to read the Bible and make religious decisions for themselves. This led to more disagreements with how the church was run. So, people understood that there is some problem with the running of the church. Actually, things are little different in Bible. So, how come people understood only with the invention of printing press, people were able to read the Bible? Then the main hero of this Reformation movement is Martin Luther. Okay, like he criticized Catholic Church. He criticized two things. First thing is indulgences. I will tell you what is the meaning of indulgence. See, indulgence means, see, whenever people used to commit a sin, they committed a crime or a sin, they must actually be given some punishment. Okay, but instead of doing that, the clerics of the church, they were collecting money from them and they were not punishing those people. So this practice is called as indulgence. So indulgence is definitely something to be opposed. Then the Bible was written only in the Latin language. Those who knew Latin language, they read it. Those who didn't knew Latin language, they were not able to read the Bible. So these were the two things criticized by Martin Luther. Now we will see the most important points associated with the Reformation movement. Please watch the video till the end. So, revolt against corruption of church is Reformation. Okay, here the father of Reformation, the main hero, the main person behind this Reformation is Martin Luther. As you can see here, Martin Luther. So, Reformation began in Germany on October 31st, 1517 on the eve of Saints' Day. Date is very important. Okay, the emergence of Reformation movement was triggered by the practices of Roman Catholic Church. So, why this Reformation movement was triggered? It was based on the practices of Roman Catholic Church, which were not considered appropriate by few people. So, what is the change which was brought in, which led to Reformation is Gutenberg's printing press gave rise to the Reformation movement. So, where did this Reformation movement start? It took birth at Wittenberg, a town in eastern Germany. So, who initiated it? Martin Luther initiated it in 1517 when he attacked the power of church and the Pope. Next point, Martin Luther nailed 95 theses on the door of the castle church in Wittenberg, Germany. This is the thing, like most important thing, like how the church has to run. He made 95 theses and he nailed on the door of the church in Wittenberg, Germany. See, doing something, opposing a system needs lots of gut. Okay, the person must be very gutsy to do this, and Martin Luther has started this movement. Then we have the next point, Edict of Worms. It was a decree issued on May 25th, 1521 by Charles V, warning the people not to favor Martin Luther in any way. So, Who was opposing the ideas of Martin Luther? Obviously, Charles V. So, this opposition of Charles V over this Martin Luther is defined as Edict of Worms. Okay, this term is very important. So, this reformation will be definitely counterattacked. Counter reformation began in 1545 and ended in 1648. Okay, Martin Luther hid at Wartburg Castle, Germany for 10 months in 1521 to 22. Because people were behind him, he had to hide himself. Reformation was at its peak during 1545 to 1620. This chronology is also very important. Okay, then we have Pope Leo X, Pope of Roman Catholic Church, began to sell indulgences to raise money. So this person, Pope Leo X, he started to sell indulgences to raise money. Means he was forgiving the wrongdoers and he was raising funds. Okay, then this is the point about his personal life. Martin Luther was married to Catherine von Bora. Okay, next point, the liberty of Christian man. The liberty of Christian man is the name of a pamphlet written by Martin Luther. He explained his principles of salvation by faith alone. Moving to the next point, address to Christian nobility of the German nation. It is also a name of a pamphlet, address to Christian nobility of the German nation. It is also a pamphlet written by Martin Luther that urged the German princes to force reforms on the Roman Catholic Church. So he made these pamphlets to popularize the Reformation movement, to make people understand that something wrong was going with the church practices, and we have to read Bible by ourselves and understand the actual thing. We have the next point, 30-year war. 30 years war started in the year 1618. It came to an end in the year 1648. 18 to 48. Try to remember. Then we have the next term, Inquisition. Church court that punished people suspected of heresy. So this is Inquisition. Then we have the peace treaty. See, usually war ends with a treaty. 30 years war, it has ended with a treaty called as the Peace of Westphalia in 1948. As we know, the 30-year war started in 18 and ended in 48. It has ended in the year 1648, not 1948. It is 1648. It has ended with the treaty called as the Peace of Westphalia in 1648. Then we have Frederick III, Elector of Saxony, a German prince, protected Martin Luther from Charles V. As we know, who was opposing Martin Luther? Charles V was opposing Martin Luther. So, who supported Martin Luther here? Who protected Frederick III, Elector of Saxony, a German prince. Okay, so very important point. Moving to the next point, Morning Star of Reformation and translator of Bible from Latin into English language is John Wycliffe. Okay, so John Wycliffe has got the title of Morning Star of Reformation, and he is the one who translated Bible from Latin to English. So somewhere he is also a supporter of Reformation. Reformation started in England in which age? It started in Elizabethan age. Paradise Lost by John Milton is a perfect blend of Renaissance and Reformation. So John Milton's Paradise Lost, it is a perfect blend, means it is trying to cover the situations of both Renaissance as well as Reformation. Then Utopia, it was written in 1516 by Thomas More. The next point is about Johann Tetzel. Roman Catholic Pope was given the charge to advertise indulgences in 1517. So Pope who practiced and advertised indulgences. Okay. Lollards, all the followers of John Wycliffe, they were given the term Lollards. Okay. Then we have a point about William Tyndale, early reformer who created an English translation of the Bible and smuggled it to England. He was convicted of heresy and burnt. So this person, he created English translation of Bible, but he was convicted of heresy again. So he tried to do something good, but end up with bad. Okay. Then we have Anglican Church. King Henry VIII of England formed Anglican Church in 1532. So who started this Anglican Church? King Henry VIII in the year 1532. Then we have Act of Supremacy. It announced King Henry VIII the supreme leader of Church, the England. Then the last point is 39 articles were issued by Elizabeth I, implanting Protestant doctrine into the Church of England. So these are the most important points from the topic Reformation. So hope this video was of use to you. Please kindly subscribe my channel and do not forget to like, share and comment the video.